social changes and emergence of sociology. Well friends, after understanding subject matter of sociology, the nature of sociology, you must be clear with the idea that whensoever we say that sociology is a scientific study of society, it simply means that we use inductive approach. Inductive approach means that we try to investigate first, we collect data on different social phenomena, social lives, social issues and social problems before formulating any theory. So when we know that sociology investigates and collects data to make theories, it follows scientific procedures. So when it follows scientific procedures, it becomes scientific study. Now, the very first topic in UPSC which talks about modernity, social changes and emergence of sociology. This is the one topic which I personally believe is a fundamental topic for you to understand sociology as a discipline. For your optional to have clarity over what you need to write in your answer both in paper 1 and paper 2. You will realize that the integrity and the gravity of this topic, because this helps you to understand why sociology emerged. So sociology emerged in the 18th-19th century and this phase is known as modern phase. I would say that these key terms you must understand in a specific manner, that when we talk about modernity, that's mean 18th and 19th century. Because of modernity, there were certain changes, social changes, and this modernity which leads to social and political changes, because of which we have got sociology as a discipline. As I have tried to explain in the previous lectures, that to understand this particular topic, at least you should know what is sociology. So when we are dealing with social world around us, when we are dealing with rules and regulation around us, when we are dealing with what makes us human. So we are human because we have this ability to create social order. Social order is maintained how? And when we have started speaking about it. So I have also given you introduction of social thought. That social thought had introduced in this period of time, by which we can say that sociology originated. So modernity, in order to understand 18th-19th century, is a product of various historical events. And UPSC had in fact asked a question on that similar lines. That what is how the emergent modernity is, so what is the precursor of modernity? Modernity did not come in just 18th-19th century. You can say it is actually a product of lot many events. So to understand modernity, you must know, I would start with Renaissance. Renaissance simply means that rebirth of shift, paradigm shift. So we must use such term, paradigm shift. Paradigm shift is a concept which first was introduced by Thomas Cont in his book The Structure of Scientific Revolution, in which he said that how we must know that even when we are conducting research experiments in science, because he was a very famous American physicist, he said that we need to have a paradigm shift, that is new way of experimentation and conducting a research. So how you can make your sociology different from others? So I believe that whosoever takes sociology as an optional, right? And I mean there are not many free classes available, materials available, and personally I believe that do not blindly follow them. Okay, do not blindly follow them, because sociology, it may think that it's a very easy subject, but let me just tell you and let me bring your attention to the fact that sociology is the youngest discipline in academics and it has been considered as queen of all other disciplines. So it cannot be that easy the way it is being projected by so-called, I don't want to say that, but it is not that easy. It's a subject matter and you need to have a conceptual clarity on this. So how you can think about to bring uniqueness in your answer? I am talking about a very basic line that Renaissance means rebirth. Rebirth of what? Rebirth of thought. Rebirth of thoughts, right? By philosophers, and these philosophers said that humanistic values matter. That is, lives of human matter. But this is a very common basic standard you will get for Renaissance. UPSC wants to know that how you have understood Renaissance as a concept and how you can have your own original ideas. When I am saying to have original ideas, it should be sociological, it should be scientific. So paradigm shift, as I said, we can use this line, okay? Paradigm shift given to us by Thomas Cont, and this person was American physicist. This person was American physicist, right? And in his book, The Structure of Scientific Revolution, he spoke about this concept paradigm shift. Now this paradigm shift, how you can understand, there are various ways you can implement the same thinker in having lot many debates. For example, positivism, anti-positivism, to have a new development, to have a new thinking, critical thinking. That is something we can use here, right? So Renaissance simply means, it was simply saying rebirth, that is new way of thinking. Because before Renaissance, it was a traditional mode of thinking in which majorities were ruling, in which religion were at superior position. So whatsoever dogmatic people were saying, whether they were rational, irrational, they have supremacy over it. So Renaissance period said that there has to be some universal truths. There has to be some truth by which we can have integrity and stability in society. So Renaissance phase brought to another phase, that is enlightenment. Enlightenment means the age of reasons. That means that in order to understand our social world, we must have reasons. We must have evidences. Because that is a period, you can say roughly from 17, 16 and you can say 16th, 17th, 18th century roughly. So here, philosophers, people, social scientists, political scientists, natural scientists have discovered that science should be the reasons rather than our belief system, which must rule in order to understand our society. Because that was a period of time where science had discovered lot many facts, which was very progressive and helpful for human population. So at that period of time, during Enlightenment, it was clear that even to have understanding about our society, we can very well have what? We can very well have reasons and scientific investigations, right? Because this is the period where we have lot of advancements, like we have Mendelian theories. Greater Mendelian have given us important information about genetics, that time he said factors, right? We have Lamarck theory, which talks about evolution, Charles Darwin, Thomas Cont, lot many discoveries we had, right? So similarly in sociology also, lot of social world had started thinking that we must formulate our opinions and theories on the basis of social facts. Now, enlightenment raised to this period, 18th-19th century, that is modernity. So, modernity has brought up rapid fundamental changes in society. You would see that during Renaissance, during Enlightenment period, the changes were gradual and steady. But during modernity phase, the changes were rapid and it touched upon all the aspects of society. Right? So, during modernity, from small scale industries, we started having large scale industries. Not only our economical structures got changed, our social, political lives also got changed. So, modernity brought fundamental social changes. Because of these changes, there was a lot of chaos in society. Some segments of society could cope up with these changes and they become more prosperous. However, other segments of society were in the middle of chaos because their traditional way of life, their traditional occupation is no more at that point of time was, I would say, that was no more relevant to them. Because in order to even survive, they have to work in the factories. So, new mode of production and new life came. So, the changes actually came from economy. But it has impact on our social and political lives too. So, the changes which came in the economical structure, it came because of scientific discoveries. So, during modernity phase, philosophers thought that because now we are away from this dogmatic, religious, superstitious belief system, as per Auguste Comte, we are at positivist stage. Now we will have a lot of stability and happiness. But philosophers and especially classical sociologists like Emile Durkheim, Auguste Comte, Saint-Simon and Karl Marx, right? They thought George Simmel, right? They thought that no, modernity has brought not many negative impact also, and it is changing society like anything, right? It was earlier the changes which we had, it was very gradual, as I said. But here modernity meant different. So what you have to understand that now the changes which occurred in Europe in the 18th-19th century has brought a lot of changes. Okay, colonialism became more stronger after modernity, and then the world was divided between West and East. So there was a core power, colonial power, and then we have a peripheral countries like those who were being colonized, their colonies. So it brought a fundamental change in society. So this is being studied by, you can say, sociologists. So when we say emergence of sociology, you must know what classical sociologists have spoke about this modernity. So you can say for Emile Durkheim, who has given us functional theory, for him modernity is about differentiation. Differentiation on the basis of division of labor. For Karl Marx, modernity is about having conflict. Having conflict in having two classes, that is have and have not. Then we have Max Weber, and for him Modernity means rationality. So emergence of sociology simply reflects that now the changes which were occurring in the 18th-19th century had been studied by different perspectives of classical sociologists. So when you are writing about emergence of sociology, you must know that there was something fundamental happening in the 18th-19th century due to modernity, which actually brought a paradigm shift, a new ways of life, which had to be studied scientifically so that we can promote solidarity among each other. So this is a basic outline you to understand about modernity, social changes and emergence of sociology. Okay, so I hope you like my video. If you really like my video, please like the video, press button and all. And thank you so very much.